Hey guys, Desolate Magic here. Still not 100% on the throat, but just to remind everyone who's still not getting it, I'm not sick. I haven't been sick in like a week and a half. It's just my body overreacting, doing so much tissue damage it has to heal, and for some reason I heal really slowly from everything all the time. So everyone tell me, oh, take it easy, don't overstress. Yeah, probably literally my vocal cords, so I'm spending all day not talking to anybody, which of course clearly I'm fine with. Screw other people and the rest of society. But I did like a workout this morning. Like I'm not sick. Also, this whole entire thing is due to like a pre-existing condition and a surgery that I should have had when I was younger. It's just, trust me, there you don't even want to know, and nor do you. So don't comment on it. Anyway, big reveals here today. We got the Amazon listing went live for pre-orders, I think just today or something, or they just finally linked to it, and I didn't bother to look ahead of time. One of the two, but sometime around today, they had the War of the Spark booster box artwork. So we got Liliana looking confused and Bolus trying out one of his 17 maniacal poses. I guarantee he's like, hey, Lily, do I look good in this one? What about this one? And then he'd like upload some mad fire selfies to Instagram. Hashtag I took over Ravnica. So that looks pretty cool. I mean, we've had a very similar colored green box before. I wish they'd do something really dynamic with like a weird like half purple or like a blood red purple fuchsia mix or something cool like that. Or like a super light cloud cyan thing going on with some whites. You know, something real dynamic. I think we've seen this color scheme before quite often, honestly. And next up, this I don't think was confirmed until now. It was heavily suspected. We knew that one Planeswalker would be in every pre-release pack as a second promo, so you'd get a promo and then a Planeswalker promo. But no, we're getting one Planeswalker in every pack. They might have revealed this like a month ago and I just forgot. I don't know. But yeah, when they do a widespread gimmick, they usually put one in every pack. So, I mean, whether they said it or not, people kind of knew this. And finally, we got the booster packs, which probably should have just been 3 different angles of that Chinese guy's dog. But nope, we've got terrifically inconsistent face artwork Gideon. We've got Liliana, who looks like she can't remember if she left the oven on or not. And then we've got the game-ruining asshole Teferi, who nobody wants to see ever, and every version of him, and every time he shows up on a card, it should be banned. Yeah, that's what we wanted to see. So, by the way, little side comment about them having a dog companion in a Chinese-only set. Wow, what a very Western idea. Let's just say they don't have the same opinion and treatment of dogs over in Asia, and especially specifically China. First of all, they eat them, and that's not some weird rarity, whatever. No, like everybody does. And secondly, they do not think of them and respect them the way that we do. It's not part of their culture, really. So what an ignorant and clueless decision on Wizards' part. Good job, guys. Oh, and also we get to see the Planeswalker Dex, which it looks like one is Gideon and one is Jace. That's the first we've seen Jace in anything so far, I think. So, I mean, we knew he would be there. He said he would meet Vraska there and give her memories back so that she could turn the whole guild against Bolus. But he has not been in the trailer on any cards or doing anything. He wasn't fighting next to Gideon in the trailer, so that's boy, I care more about that than the actual product. And I know they aren't like dual decks, but it seems odd to be like, I'm gonna fight Gideon against Jace, because that happens all the time. They're on the same side. But whatever, as long as they don't make the damn Jace one mill, which they probably will. So anyway, on to the actual spoilers. We've got Arcanist der Schreckensorde. Or for short, you could just call him Shorty. Is that really just the word shrieking and the word horde stuffed together to try to represent Dredd Horde? Germany, seriously, I'm starting to think your whole language isn't even a real thing. You're just pranking the rest of the world. Anyway, this is Dredd Horde Arcanist. It's a 2-cost 1/3 zombie wizard, or Zaberer. I'm super sure that's how you pronounce that. And whenever it attacks, you may cast an instant or sorcery card with converted mana cost less than or equal to Dredd Arcanist power from your graveyard, okay, without paying its mana cost. If that card would be put into your graveyard this turn, exile it. Nice, that's what we needed, is more light up the stage and lightning bolts from... well, actually, wait a minute. No, that's Spectacle is an alternative casting cost that doesn't affect the CMC. I'm trying to think. Shock, I guess. Okay, it might not be as bad as I think, and you'd have to be running like Sure Strike to get anything out of this. Maybe this is going to go in like Gruul Counter Dump, but that's like not a thing. That's kind of what Simic does. I don't know. I don't think this card goes into anything, and I still hate it. I still think it's overpowered. I hate free casting. I mean, he could just cycle an Opt and go into Izzet decks. Like, that's a thing. The thing is, you want the opt sitting in the graveyard, so I don't know. Next up, Dredd Horde Butcher. It's a 1/1 for 2 in Rakdos with haste. Really killer artwork there, by the way. And whenever Dredd Horde Butcher deals combat damage to a player or planeswalker, put a 1/1 counter on Dredd Horde Butcher. When Dredd Horde Butcher dies, it deals damage equal to its power to any target. Oh, this is like Ratchet Bomb. Okay, there's probably cards that are closer, but I like this. It's kind of clever. I mean, he ain't going to hit anything and survive except for a wall when it comes to creatures, but if you can get him to hit a planeswalker, there you go. So he would just get worse and worse and worse, and over time you're like, okay, I got to do something about this. And he does have haste, so that's huge. He needed it. But to make this a rare, I don't know, it's still kind of, it's very situational. At least you don't have to build your whole deck around him, but it just seems like it would be hard to pull this off unless you're going up against like super friends. And if you are, he ain't gonna stay out for long no matter what they do. Next up, Eternal Taskmaster. It's a 2/3 for 2. And it's a zombie, and it enters the battlefield tapped. Oh, here we go. Whenever it attacks, you may pay 3. If you do, return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Absolutely any with no restriction. That could get kind of tasty. Now, he's only a 2/3, and you have to attack with him. Then you still have to pay to cast the creature that you brought back from the graveyard, but I could see this getting really annoying in like a recursion discard deck. Honestly, I think they should have made him 2/2. I think 2/3 for 2 as an uncommon with that ability is ridiculous, but he does come in tapped, and I guess that was supposed to be the offset. But he doesn't have haste anyway, so who cares? Next up, it's, as far as I can tell, Flibblethip. I doubt that's how you pronounce it. That isn't even a word, and it has no vowels. But he's the famous homunculus, and of course it's the lost because he's always lost. He's 1/1 for 2. He's a legendary rare homunculus. Hello. And when he enters the battlefield, draw a card. If it entered from your library or was cast from your library, draw 2 cards instead. That's hard to do. And when he becomes the target of a spell, shuffle him into its owner's library. I can't name one single effect in Standard right now that would bring him into play from the library. I mean, Champion of Rona cycled out. I'm sure there are a couple cards that could do it, but I can't even think of them, so good luck with that. So, I mean, you basically get a fragile 1/1 for 2 that does nothing but replace itself. I don't think that's very good. The draw 2 is cool, but you had to, arrange him to be on the top of your library to use most effects that would take advantage of that, which then he's a waste of a card slot on the draw anyway, so I don't know what they're going with here, why they made him legendary, why they made it rare, why they made him so weak. That would imply that there's some amazing strategy to use with him, but nothing's coming to mind. Next up, Gleaming Overseer. It's a 1/4 for 3, and it's a zombie wizard. It's riding in its awesome pimp chariot. When it enters battlefield, amass 1, and zombie tokens you control have hexproof and menace. Awesome, I hope you ban this because that's fucking ridiculous. Then we've got Grim Initiate. It's a 1/1 for 1 with first strike, which, don't underestimate that. That's actually pretty good. It's a zombie warrior, and when it dies, amass 1. Well, I mean, that could get annoying. I could see this being a popular card. Next up, Neheb. Apparently he's either undead or not. It says zombie. I don't remember him dying in the storyline. I guess he did. So anyway, they brought him back as a mini boss, I guess. So he's the Dredd Horde champion, oh boy, and he's a legendary creature zombie minotaur warrior. He is a 5/4 for 4 with trample, and whenever he deals combat damage to a player or planeswalker, you may discard any number of cards. If you do, draw that many cards and add that much red mana. Until end of turn, you don't lose this mana as steps and phases end. So you Wheel of Fortune yourself and then cast something. That is pretty damn good. I can't think of one deck this would automatically go in, but it's still pretty good. And finally, we've got Totally Lost, which, oh my gosh, is that Flibblethip or whatever the hell his name is, on top of Nicol Bolas's head. My gosh, that's definitely an Ugin-colored dragon, but that's also definitely Nicol Bolas's floating artifact between his horns. So somebody didn't do their job, Aaron Miller. Nicol Bolas isn't blue-colored. He never has been. Thanks for the continuity error. So anyway, I'd love to hear in the story how this happens, but apparently it's a 5-cost blue instant, and you put target non-land permanent on top of its owner's library. There are cards that do this for 3 that people don't play, so not very good. So that's it for today, except for more that will continue to leak after I hit publish, but I'm over it already. So don't forget to hit subscribe to watch more epic videos with more spoilers coming up. I think we've seen not even a quarter of them, and I don't believe they proceeded to Act 2 yet. I think a lot of the stuff today was just little side stuff like, oh, look, Nahab's back, and he's commanding the Dredd Horde, ooh. And let me know what you think about the color scheme and the choice of characters for the booster packs. And do you think that'll have story significance? We do know that there are 11 main characters in the book, and that one of them, I think, is the new Shield Mage, and the entire book is written from his perspective, which will be potentially not a good idea, because that's not how we're used to, like, anything. I never did like the whole, oh, the reader knows more than the person who's narrating the book thing. I find that gimmicky and kind of annoying. But who knows, it could work. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next video.